Well, I'm a few minutes early, so we're going to wait till some more people get on here before we start our new project. If you're coming in on the replay, I am Alishia with Young 40 Mom Crafts. I've been doing a lot of business work today as far as like printing labels and printing care tags to go on my garments. So hopefully we'll get some people in here today. This is what we're going to be working with, the Kieran crystal cakes. My camera's on my chest, and as I'm breathing, it's going up and down real slow. That's funny. I didn't know it was going to do that. Let's see. Hello. All right. I may have to adjust this a little bit. Push it down a little bit more. Oh, there we go. I don't want to go too far down. There we go. I think I can work with it this way. Oh, somebody came and went. They don't even make these crystal cakes anymore. Hello, hello. Yeah, I was only like, I think 3 minutes early. Hello. Just waiting to see if more people were going to come into the live stream. When you come in, or if you're watching the replay, please say hi in the comments. Let me know that you're here. And I'll go ahead and get started here shortly. I'm working with the Kieran crystal cakes today. I'm going to make another granny square sweater. Or granny square top. Only I'm going to use the crystal cakes. It doesn't really pick up the shininess that it doesn't do it. The lighting doesn't do it justice. It's very shimmery. I've made several cardigans with this, but I haven't done the granny square top yet with this, so try to find the center pole. I think I started on the other side. The strand got away from me. Oh, I'm going to pull up what they call yarn barf, which is going to be practically the whole center of this stinking thing. Hello. Oh, there we go. Yep, there's my yarn barf. I had a feeling it was going to do that. So I guess we will take the time to unwind it. If you guys have a project that you're working on, work on it with me while we chat, or you can follow along with me with a 5.5 millimeter hook or an eye and some 4-weight yarn, and we're going to make a sweater. But first I'm going to actually, instead of unwinding that, because it's pretty together, I'm going to see if I can get a middle out of this. Oh, much better. Much less yarn barf. That sounds so gross, but that's what they call it. That's what I've heard people call it, yarn barf. Come on now. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. We're going to make a granny square top together. Or you're going to watch me do it and listen to me yammer on. When I start my squares, I like to do a magic circle. But my magic circles are not as simple as the normal magic circles. My magic circles are tight where they lock in place and they do not come loose. If you do a magic circle like this, it will come loose. I do mine and I wrap it twice. Hold it with my pinky. I go underneath these two, and then I will pull this through Well, normally I would pull that through. It's hard for me to do this through my lens. Oh, see? Okay, let's start over. Let's start that over. Okay, long tail, 3 fingers, wrap it once, wrap it twice, hold with your pinky, go underneath the 2, pull that through. Oh, shoot, I gotta let it go again. There we go. Did I get it? Nope. All right, let's try that again. This is so hard for me to do through the lens instead of in my face. There we go. There she is. And then wrap the yarn around and lock it in place. Yay. All right, now that I've locked it in place, I'm going to chain 2. And then I'm going to work around all 3 strands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 more double, I'm going to do 2 double crochets here so that it looks like my granny cluster. Come here, you. Yeah, it's hard for me to do this through my lens. Nope. 1, 2, is that 2? Yeah, that's 2. 2 and 3, and then I'm going to chain 2. Then I'm going to do another cluster of 3 double crochets, which is the granny stitch. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to chain 2. And again, like I said, I'm working around all 3 sets of yarn. So 1, 2, 3, chain 2 to form my corner. So that's 1, 2, 3 clusters. I'm going to do 1 more cluster for my 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, and chain 2. All right, now how I do my magic circle, like I said, I do the 3 strands. You're going to take your tail and you're going to pull your tail and you're going to watch which yarn goes towards the circle. You don't want to pull it tight. You just want to see which one is closest to the circle. So this is the one that I pulled. When I pulled that, I didn't pull it all the way. I pulled it to right there. So now I'm going to take my finger and go in and I'm going to grab that one that's closest to the circle and I'm going to pull it out as tight as it'll go. I'm just going to close that up completely. Now that I have this loop, I'm going to take this strand and I'm going to tighten that loop. Well, come on, there we go. And now this will never come undone. It will never come loose. It will stay that tight as long as the project exists. All right, now instead of going into the top of the chain 3, I go into the top of the first double crochet and I do a slip stitch. Okay. Now, because I'm going to be working everything in the complete rounds all the way around the circle, I'm going to treat this like this is the last of a chain of a, I'm sorry, the last of a double crochet in the corner. So I'm going to chain 2 to represent the last double crochet in this corner. And then I'm going to chain 1 because it's going to the next corner over here. So now we're going to do 3 double crochet in this corner in the chain 2 stitch. 1, 2, 3. Now keep in mind, I am doing this all by feel. I can't really see what's happening because of my vision issues. So hopefully it looks, so it feels right to me. I hope it looks right to you guys. All right. So I'm in the corner, I chain 2. I'm going to do a cluster of 3 double crochets to finish my corner. That's 2 and 3. And because we've got a space here, we're going to chain 1. We're going to work into the next corner. Just your typical granny is what we're doing. And we're going to do 3 double crochet. That's 2 and 3. And then chain 2. And then do 3 more double crochets in that same chain 2 space. 1, 2, 3. We're going to chain 1 because we want to form that hole there to work in later. So chain 1 and work in the next corner. 3 double crochet. That's 1. Hey Chaz. 2, 3, chain 2, and then 3 double crochet in that same corner. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1 to form that side piece, and then 3 double crochet. You're doing another corner, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do to connect it when we get to that last corner. So there's 3, and then chain 2, and then 3 double crochet. Oops, I'm sorry, we're doing 2 double crochet because we're at the end. So there's 1, and then there's 2, and remember when we started this round we did a chain 3. 2 of that is the leg of your 3 double crochet. So now we're going to do a slip stitch into the top of that chain 2, and that forms your 3 there. We're working in the same round. We're not turning our work or anything like that. So now, because we've come to a part where we've got our 3 here and we've got our center space here, you're going to go into the center space, that chain 1. You're going to grab your yarn and you're going to do a single crochet and a chain 1. Then you're going to do 2 double crochet in that same spot. There's 1 and 2, and then chain 1, and that's your 3 there. Magic Frog Crochet. Hello! I've got people in here I haven't seen before. Welcome, welcome. I am working with the Karen Crystal Cakes. I don't even think that they make this anymore. I had gotten this on clearance many years ago. And I'm working with a 5.5 millimeter. It asks for a 5 millimeter, but I'm working with a 5.5. And the colorway is Peacock, I believe. Isn't it beautiful? And it's not, the camera's not picking up how, it shows it shimmery, but it's actually a lot more. Let me see if I can get it to a lot more shimmery than it is. And it's got a lot of fibers that come out of it. But yeah, so it's a 4 weight. So that's what I'm working with tonight. I am making a granny sweater or a granny top, but I'm doing it in a continuous round. And then I showed how to do my tight magic circle. This will never come undone. I'm serious. It will never. You know how some magic circles, I've tried magic circles with my amigurumi before, doing it the regular way, and this just doesn't, it will not come undone. See, it doesn't stretch out. It doesn't move. It does not move. And I think I actually have a tutorial on one of my playlists that shows you exactly how to do it this way, like I showed it in the beginning. All right. So now we're on round 3. So we got 3 double crochets, and then I'm just gonna, it's typical granny square. You just keep going and working the sleeves. It's 3 double crochet, chain 2 for each corner. Do you see it? Oh, good. I'm glad somebody sees it. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Hi. Yarn Works by Lydia. Nice to meet you. I am Alishia with Young 40 Mom Crafts. I have had my YouTube channel for about 11 years. I started out with doing cross stitch, and a few years ago I lost eyesight in my right eye and started to lose eyesight in my left eye, and have had, over the past year and a half, have gone over and had many surgeries. And so this is the reason why when I do a live, I do it this way, because I have to have my phone 2 inches away from my face in order for me to read your comments. And you'll notice whenever I go live with Crystal, the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady, when I go live with her, she has to read the notes, because if I have to read them, my face would, all you guys would see would be either my eyeball or my forehead. So, but yeah, so when I originally started my channel, it was for cross stitch. And then I switched back to doing crochet and um, started doing craft shows and amigurumi and yeah, and then when my eyesight started to go wonky in the other eye, the majority of how I crochet is by feel. So the granny is the easiest for me to work with and the fastest that I can go through because I can feel where the holes are, and it's easier for me to work that. I have this is another one that I'm working on. And this is the remnants of I gotta hide all those tails. This is the remnants of some crystal cakes. I mean, not crystal cakes, I'm sorry, the remnants of some cloud cakes. And I don't know if you can see it. It's like butter. I'm using ice camel. I think I got on for about 30 minutes last night and showed this, but I'm using the icing, the colorway camel on this one. And I'm doing it like every other row, but I wanted to use the rest of my my lava cakes, my cloud cakes. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's so soft. I mean, it's like butter. It feels so smooth. My daughter's getting my last one. I also have another project that I'm working on. You're visually impaired too. I have glasses. I need the print a little bit bigger. The time. I can read. Okay, so I understand that. I do. I have to use 3.5 readers for the one eye that I can see out of. The issue with that for me is I have damage to the center of my eye. So when I'm reading a word, it's like part of the letters are not there. So when I'm looking at it, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. So when I'm looking at a word, I have to move the eye I can see out of from side to side because my depth perception is off, and so that I can see all the letters in a word. Like right now, okay, so say for instance, I'm looking at the word that you typed out, bigger. All I can see is GGER. So I have to move my eyes so I can see the B in the I, and then I have to move my eye back so I can put the letters together. So it takes me longer to read. So if I pause for a really long period of time, it's because I'm trying to decipher what your letters are so that I can respond. You have contacts and use reading glasses. My kiddos laugh at me. I was the same way. I was the same way before my eyes started going bad a few years ago. I was farsighted. I'm sorry, I was nearsighted. So I had to wear glasses to see far away, like mainly for driving or if I was going to the movies or whatever. And then I would have to, when my eyes started getting older, then I had to use readers too. So I understand what you're saying. I totally get that. I wish that was the case for me right now. I was going to show you this one. This is the top I'm working on. And again, I have to feel where my my holes are. So I can feel, I don't know if it shows it or not, but I can feel, like you can see, I can feel where the holes are. This is a lighter color. You guys can see it. So I can work in between. So like this one, I'm doing a half double crochet, chain one, half double crochet so that I have something bigger that I can work through. But this is going to be a V-neck top. And this is the neckline and the back, and then here are the sleeves. And I did not plan for these. This is 2 separate skeins of yarn. I did not plan for them to come out this way. It just turned out that way. It turned out really pretty. And now I'm just going around to the length that I want to do it. And that is a yarn from Hobie and called Carnival. They still carry it. I only got it whenever it was on sale, but isn't that beautiful? Those colors are so pretty. I don't know what it is about this. And that's something else too. I don't always see colors properly. I had to, I was working on a handbag and I thought I was doing a sunburst, or rather I thought I was doing, sunflowers. And my daughter had to tell me that the trim on the sunflower that I was doing was not green. I said, yes, it is. She says, no, it's not, Mom. I said, yeah, it's like a moss green. It was granite. It was a gray. And everybody told me that still looked good. But anyway, so this is the yarn that I'm using to work on this sweater. And I believe it's number 17. Yes. So their colors are by number. So it's number 17. So if you went to the Hobie website or hobby website, however you want to say it, it will tell you what those colors are. I'm assuming it's like blues and greens and creams. I can't really tell, to be honest with you. I'm going to assume that's what it is. I just thought it was kind of pretty from what I could tell from it. Oh, look. Oh, Ellie's sneaking up. That's Matson's cat. That's my daughter's cat. My daughter who left for college, but she's going to be home next weekend? No, not this weekend, but next weekend. She's going to be home for a visit, which is going to be nice. I miss her so much. You have glaucoma in both of your eyes. Found out I had it. Bad headaches behind my eyes. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. I can't imagine. Is there anything I can do for glaucoma? Because that I'm not very familiar with. I had cataract surgery in both my eyes because I had retinopathy surgery in both of my eyes and because of diabetes. But then I developed a very rare condition in my right eye. So that, where am I at? Am I at a corner? Yeah, I'm at a corner. Do I have 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I had, I had cataract surgery in both my eyes. The reason why I had to have cataract surgery is because the type of surgery that they did for the retinopathy causes cataracts. So they wanted to be retroactive and go ahead and give me cataract surgery so that I won't have to do that in the future, so that they can actually see to go back in there behind my eye. I had what's called a vitrectomy. Yes. Vitreous. Okay, it's vitreous, a vitrectomy, where they go in and they take out the jelly stuff in the middle of your eye. Oh, I was going to show you guys real quick how I'm joining this to make it a continuous round so that it looks like it's all one piece, so I don't have to turn my work. Your eye drops only way when at bedtime. Oh. Your eye drops or droops? Oh, you take eye drops at bedtime, is that correct? I've been getting injections in my right eye, the one I can't see out of. Every 2 months, he gives me an injection, and also I put steroid drops in my right eye. We don't do anything to the left one anymore. We can't go any further with it. That's the one that's got the blind spot in the middle, but it's sharp around the edges. So he said, we're just going to leave that one alone. All right. So I connected it to the top of the first chain that we started. And now, because we're working in this hole, I'm going to chain 2 to represent my double crochet, and then I'm going to chain 1 to represent my space, and then I'm going to work it normally and do 3 double crochet here. So I told him the last time I saw him, the last time I saw my retinopatist, I told him, I said, I don't see the point in, because my right eye is very, very sore. It's very, very tender. And I told him, I said, I don't want to get the injections anymore if there's no future surgery for me to have with the right eye. He said, well, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. And I said, he said, because we've been upfront with each other. I said, okay. He said, it's nothing you've done. The condition that I have is very rare in that eye. It is called, let's see if I can say it right. Arterial hydroloidal. Oh, shoot, I can't even say it. It's 4 words. It's very hard to say. I always have to look it up every time I go to talk about it. But anyway, he said, we're trying to save that eye so we don't have to take it. I said, wait a minute, what? He said, yes. He said, we're trying to save that eye so we don't have to take it. I said, like, physically take it out of my face? He said, yes. I said, why would we want to take my eye out of my face? He said, because what happens is it dies. We're trying to save it from dying. And if it dies, we have to take it out so you don't get any further infections and it spreads out, throughout your face. And I'm like, okay, let's save it. Let's do what we can. I'm all for saving that eye. So yeah, and I said, okay, we're gonna keep poking it. So we found out that when he gives the injection, they numb your eye. For those of you who have ever had injections before, you know what I'm talking about. They numb your eye and they prop it open with these little forceps type things. And I don't feel the needle going in my eye, but I feel it when he puts the medicine in the back of my eye. And it didn't bother me when I had it done to my left eye, what I'm calling my good eye. I don't feel it when he does that. It's when he does it to the bad eye that because it's still tender and sore from my surgery I had in January. Oh, baby, ask. Visually impaired. Ask me things. Oh, that's awesome. I haven't I haven't done any diamond art painting. My daughter got into it for a while there. I dabble in knitting. I have made booties and I have made crop tops. And of course the standard scarf, but I find crochet more enjoyable. I get too mad at knitting. I can't. Now, there are some yarns that I've tried to crochet with that I can only knit with, but I don't really. If I'm going to knit, I'm going to use one of those peg. I don't know what you call them. The peg knitting looms. There we go, knitting loom. The peg knitting looms. That's the only thing. That's the extent of my knitting. I'm not going to invest in one of those spindle things that you spin. I'll crochet first. Knitting looms. Yes, thank you. I don't know why I wasn't thinking. Now, my daughter says, well, she doesn't say I'm a hoarder. She said I'm borderline. I'm a collector. You guys know, if you're into crafting, you know what I'm talking about. I'm a collector. So I've been crocheting for 48 years. I have been cross stitching for 50 years. Now, cross stitching is what. Oh, you have the machine too? God love you. God love you. Those make the cutest hats. Now, I will sit and watch people use those, but I haven't done it myself. I've done, like I said, I've got the looms. I've got the real long looms, and then I've got, so I've got the long looms. Yeah, that's the only ones I've got. I've got the 1-bar looms that you go back and forth, and then I've got the rectangle looms. I've got those, and I've worked with those before, and they make beautiful pairing up yarns. I love doing it with that. Now, that is one of the, I think can you see it? It's a handbag. My vision's not to par with it up like this. That's some of my ice yarns. Is it focusing? All right. So on the back of my door, I have a shoe rack, and that's where I put all my scrap balls of yarn so that I can see through it because it's vinyl. You can see through it. And that's where, like, if I'm making something with scraps, I can see what colors are there and I can see what weight size is there. Now I know how to crochet hats. I do bottom to top. Oh, that's cool. I do both. I do when I'm making a hat, I do bottom to top and top to bottom, depending how I want to do the brim. And down there's more yarns. That's some of my most of that. Those are my baskets. If I'm going to start a project, I'll put my projects in a basket. I've got some empty baskets there. Those are sweaters I've made that I have to take measurements on and put them in my Etsy shop. And I make these tags that tell you what the measurements are and care tags and all that. So I have to do that. I have to take the measurements and I have to put them in my Etsy shop. My daughter already modeled them for me. I've already got photographs. I just got to get them in there. That's a project I've got going on. That's another sweater, but this is, yeah, so this is great to have if you guys don't have one and you have a lot of scrap balls and you've got them in various places or you've got them all in a tote or you've got them all. This is really good so you can see what's there. And it's just me. I'm a single mom. So, of course, now I'm an empty nester, which is really sad. And anyway, so yeah, that's really handy if you're doing this is a little project my daughter made me that that was on my door when she was little, and now I just keep it there. But anyway, so yeah, so that's some fuzzy yarn, not fuzzy yarn, chenille that I was doing my amigurumis with Ellie. But the reason why I came up here was I wasn't. Oh shoot, I didn't realize that sweater was there. I was going to show you that I've got a tote that's got like 4 or 5 cross stitch projects in it that I haven't worked with, and I haven't even touched it since the vision thing started. So yeah, so I don't drive at night anymore, which really sucks because everything that I used to do when my daughter was not here, because she's 18 and gone now, so 18 years ago before I got pregnant, let me make sure I don't want to mess this up. Okay, so there's one. Before that, in fact, how I met her daddy was I sang and ran the karaoke at a local pub, and so I can't do that anymore because I can't drive at night. Um, I can drive when there's overcast and when the sun is directly above me, so between the hours of usually 11 to 3. So I make all of my appointments. I know eventually it's going to get to the point I'm hoping the doctor seems to think that my left eye is not going to go bad. He said it's actually going to stay this way for many years. So in the meantime, I'm going to take advantage of it as much as I possibly can. Driving is not an issue with that blind spot. I just, again, have to look in various different places just to make sure that I'm seeing everything. And everything looks gray. When I'm outside, because of the UV rays, my eyes are light sensitive now. When there's UV rays, everything looks gray outside. It's the weirdest thing. You have one of those bags. Shoes. I have one for my yarn. See? See? Smart. Very smart. Comes in handy, right? All right. So now, again, I'm at this center hole. So I'm going to do 2 double crochet. And because this was my starting chain 3, or that stands in as my double crochet, I'm going to connect it to the top of the chain 2 and a slip stitch. And now I'm back at another hole. So now I'm going to do a single crochet and chain 1 to represent my first double crochet. I am from all over the place, but currently I am in Southeast Tennessee. Can you hear the accent? It's not very strong, I'm sure. Born in Texas, lived in California, moved to South Carolina when I was 5, 6. Moved to Tennessee when I was 10 and lived in Tennessee most of my adult life. Married a man. He joined the military. We moved around a lot. and moved back to Tennessee in 2002, right after 9/11. Which 9/11, that year was a whirlwind. It really was for me, because I had radical gastric bypass surgery, had an amazing job, got laid off, but I got 3 months severance pay with AT&T. My husband got out of the military, had some issues with my sister's health. My dad was diagnosed. Okay, so 9/11 happened while we were there. He was in the military at the time. You're from Nebraska. Can you tell I have a southern accent? It only comes out every now and then. It depends on who I'm around. When I'm talking online, it doesn't really come out as strong. I'm sure you being from Nebraska, you probably hear it. But the camera's picking up everything right there, sharp. That's my daughter's baby. She's been living with me. She has not gone in my daughter's room at all since our left for college. Not once. She'll run through there and run back out, and that's it. She won't get on the bed or nothing. She lives with me now. But yeah, okay, so yeah, 2001. So 9/11 happened. A week later, I had radical gastric bypass surgery, where they actually go in and cut your stomach, create a pouch, reroute your duodenum, or duodenum, however you want to say it. It's duodenum. And then you can hear it. I hope it's not bad. Some people around here have it really strong. And I will tell you this, I adapt to whoever I'm with at the time. My dad's side of the family lives in Washington State, and even though when I lived there, I tried to emulate, because we were stationed out in Fort Lewis. We were stationed out there for 2 years when 9/11 happened. And I tried to blend in with my surroundings, but it didn't work. Oh, awesome. Do you ever get down much? Oh, it's been really weird. Tennessee is so weird. Every now and then you can't really tell what the weather's going to be because it changes so often. We had a cold snap where it was in the 50s and 60s, and now it's back that was in the evening, and now it's back into the muggy, weird 70s and 80s. And the rain here is totally different from the rain in Washington State. The rain in Washington to me was nice. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't, I mean, the rain here is so muggy and it's heavy and it's sticky, and it was really nice. I loved it out west. If I could, I'd have gone back. If I hadn't got pregnant with my daughter, that was my goal. I was going to move back. I was going to move back to Washington, but uh my dad got diagnosed 9/11 in October of 2001 with lung cancer, stage 4, and we lost him December 5th. My husband at the time had gotten his papers, and we moved January the 15th and came back to Tennessee, and I've been here ever since. Gone through 2 divorces and 1 child. But I was talking about, I'm back at my end again. I used to cross stitch. So cross stitch saved my life. Cross stitch, when we were stationed in Fort Stewart, Georgia, in Hinesville, near Savannah. I'm gonna go to the top of this stitch. When we were stationed at Fort Stewart, I had to quit smoking. Oh shoot, I wasn't going to turn it around. Dang it. I'm not turning it around. This is me running my mouth, not paying attention. We are not turning it around. We're going to chain 3. Anyway, it saved my life. I had to quit smoking because I was going to either end up with COPD or emphysema. So February of 99, I quit smoking, and cross stitch saved my life because it kept my hands busy. It was easier to get a hold of flosses. We had a Joann's that was fully stocked with every DMC floss you could find. Back then, you could get anywhere from 6 to 10 for $1 of DMC floss. Now, I think it's like almost $1 a skein now. It's crazy, ridiculously expensive now for DMC floss. But so I got 2 books of, what were they? Oh, the big-eyed kids. Precious Moments. I got 2 huge Precious Moments books. I think each one had anywhere from 20 to 25 patterns in it. And I just kept creating. And back then you could also get cross stitch fabric by the yard. You can't do that anymore either. Unless you get it online and you pay a ridiculous price too. So it was very economical being in the military, being a military wife and not working. We had the one vehicle and he needed that, so I couldn't really work. So hand to mouth, I used Twizzlers, and to keep my hands occupied, I did cross stitch. So luckily I did not gain weight while I was doing that, and it helped me quit smoking. It took me a year to finally quit. But I did it. And my husband at the time also smoked. So he was very nice. He was behind me 100%. So when he smoked, he would go outside, which was nice. But that's what got me into doing cross stitch really heavy. Thank you for that. That's where I was getting to when I was talking about being a collector and not a hoarder. When I started the YouTube channel, if you go back and look, you'll see the older ones, like anywhere from 7 to 10 years ago. They're all about cross stitch. I started buying designer fabrics, so I have enough fabric to keep me occupied if I can ever cross stitch again for the rest of my life, and that is no exaggeration. When Michaels was going at a sale, when Michaels was getting rid of their cross stitch fabrics, I got bolts of, I think I have a bolt of, and I'm doing the cross stitch Noah sub in 11 count. So it takes anywhere, I can't remember. I have to go back and look. I haven't picked it up in a long time. Like, I haven't picked it up since my daughter was born. So it's been 18 years since I picked it up. But no, I worked on it a little bit after that because I got videos of it. But I am doing it in 11 count because it was going to be a mural for her wall when she was little. So yeah, so you know what 14 count's like. 11 count, of course, a lot bigger. You use anywhere from 4 to 6 strands when you're working with 11 counts. So I took on a huge project because if I'm not mistaken, that one is like 12 pages. No, it may be bigger than that. It's huge. And I also, in my Etsy shop, I was creating cross stitch patterns. So I have cross stitch patterns that I created in my Etsy shop, as well as I used to do portraits. If you go look at my cross stitch playlist, it shows you some of the portraits that I've made in cross stitch where I created the patterns for portraits. And I used to create patterns for people and in my Etsy shop and sell them that way. I would sell the patterns with photographs someone would give me, and I would put it in my handy dandy program, and then I'd have to tweak it and change it around and get all the colors. But anyway, so I used to do that too. So when I was collecting my cross stitch stuff, I would do that whenever there would be like a big sale or a clearance or a closeout. I stocked up. Before Hancock Fabrics went out of business, and I think Joann's ended up buying the Hancock Fabrics, and now Michaels has Joann's. You could get a pack of, it was called Value Stitch, I think is what it was called, but you could get the 14 count and the 18 count in these packets, and it was like, it wasn't a full yard. It was like a quarter of a yard or a half of a yard. Usually it was a quarter of a yard. So I've got a ton of those. I have, this is in my stash. I have cups where you can take the insert out, and it's 14 and 18 count plastic canvas where you stitch what you're going to stitch, and you put it down inside the cup, and then you put the insert for the cup so that you can use it as a cup. I have a lot of those in my stash. But so this is why I'm doing giveaways. I am destashing. In fact, I'm going to do a cross stitch giveaway. Right now I have a crochet giveaway going on for the month of September. And when I do my giveaways, those of you who have entered and seen my winter videos, I don't show you everything when I do the initial giveaway. I show you the books that you're going to get and the patterns and everything else. But when I do the actual drawing, I show you all the yarn you're going to get, all the needles, the stitch markers, all the other extra goodies that you're going to get if you win. It's usually a big box full of stuff. So I'm destashing. And I'm going to, in the next couple days, I'm going to do a cross stitch one as well, because I have enough supplies to last me for the rest of my life for everything, to be honest with you. I don't want for anything. I make jewelry, so I've got a lot of jewelry supplies. So you also get in the giveaway for the crochet, you get all the findings that you could use to create your own stitch markers, unless you wanted to make your own jewelry. So you get all that in the giveaway. So I'm destashing some of my jewelry making and my my jewelry making and my stitch markers making stuff in the giveaways, because my depth perception is off. And I think I showed in one of my videos where I was trying to put my 2025 charms on jump rings. That was hilarious. Oh, wow. I'm hearing the coyotes yelp. Wow. I haven't heard that in a long time. I live in the country. All right. So I'm coming back to my singles. So I'm doing 2 double crochet, and then I'm going to connect, because I'm going in the continuous round instead of turning my work. And there's my third one. So I'm going to go in my hole and do a single crochet and a chain 1. That represents my double crochet. All right. Let's see. How many rounds have I got here? I got to feel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're good. So we're starting row 7. I like to do 16 rounds. If I'm using a 5.5 millimeter hook, I like to do 16 rounds for the arms. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Thank you for the like. If you have not noticed, I am sitting in my bed. When I am in my bedroom is when I work on my crochet projects right now. Because I am stringing up plastic bags, creating my plarn. That's what I do whenever if I ever do a day live, that's usually what I'm doing. I do those on, usually do the lives during the day, TikTok. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate the like. I got another one. Yay. Now I call this Midnight Makes because I've been doing Midnight Makes for several years now. I had gotten away from doing it when I was having all my vision issues, and I usually used to do them in my craft room, which I have a craft room. But I have craft stuff all around my house. That's why my daughter says I'm a collector. I have to convince her I'm a collector, not a hoarder. I don't say hoarder because I am organized. I know where everything is. It's all nice and neat. It's not color coordinated because I can't see the colors very well. She was supposed to help me color coordinate everything before she left, and I was going to tag things to make sure I had put colors together correctly. But I was able to put my face on this and see that this is peacock, and I'm assuming peacock is a shade of blue. So I think that I'm seeing it as a blue anyway. Yeah. But yeah, so, okay, so we're just in my bedroom, right? And like I said, when I'm finished stringing up my bags, then I'll go back to doing regular projects in the living room. But, okay, so I've got all my yarn there. Don't mind the Garfield collection. I have to clean them, and I think I'm going to sell them on eBay because I'm over it. I'm so over it. My whole room is Garfield. My whole room. Garfield curtains I made. That is all stuff for craft shows to do, except for that. That was a pleasure, guilty pleasure for myself. That rack is actually for doing craft shows too. Garfield. And then I don't want to go too fast because I don't want to make y'all sick. And then over here, Garfield. You can tell that I've been living in this house for 23 years, and I've never dusted them off, so they're growing hair. And this would be another yarn wall that I have. Projects, eyes, lots of eyes, projects, project, body parts, projects, project. Yeah, I got to line a lot of that stuff. And then those are eyes and buttons and bobs. Summer, hi! It's a deep teal. Very, very pretty. Thank you. They're calling it peacock, so I was assuming it was some kind of shade of blue. I wish I could see it better. I'm glad you guys can see it, though. Summer, did you just get here, or have you been here a while? Did you guys see you guys did get to see the hooks that I made, the hooks that I decorated. I sold 3 of them already. I'm so excited. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I actually put up a notice this time. I put it up, I want to say I put it up about, what time did I put it up? Like 5 or 6 o'clock, I think. I put that I was going to go live. So I thought that I've got a better viewing there's a lot of bodies, because right here I can see how many heads are in here. I've got 57 people in here right now. I'm tickled to death. I think that's the most I've ever had. I'm so excited. I know a lot of them are onlookers, and that's great. Hey, as long as people are watching, I'm tickled. I'm glad I'm able to entertain. Another yarn. Oh, hi. Welcome to my channel. I am Alishia with Young 40 Mom Crafts, and I am in the process of making a granny top. The last one I made, my daughter scooped it up. I got to hide the tails, and she's in love with it, and I'm excited. At the beginning of this video, or rather this live, I'm so used to recording, I showed you how to make this particular type of magic circle. And I actually have a tutorial on it because it will never, ever come undone. It'll never come loose. I tried it the other way that some people do, and I can't do it. I do it the other way, and it comes loose. My amigurumis come loose. So I do it this way, and it never comes loose. I'm so excited. It locks in place. I love it. Love it. Love it. You just have to be careful not to pull it too tight so it doesn't pucker. And this is perfect. Every time. Never have a problem with it. Well, since you are new to my channel, I will fill you in. I am visually impaired, so the majority of what you see, I am doing by feel, and I have to have the phone 2 inches away from my face in order for me to read your comments, and it takes me a minute to read them because I have no vision in one eye, and then I have a blind spot in the center of the second in the other eye. So I don't see all the letters, and it takes me a minute to figure out what the letters are by darting my eye back and forth. If you look at my previous videos, you can see where the difference in my eye change came. I can control my right eye. It's just sometimes since I can't see out of it, it kind of wants to go off by itself, and I have to wrangle it in, which looks really funny because then it looks like I'm crossing my eyes. Oh, I didn't chain one there. Let me get back in there. There you go. So I am working with, and they don't make this anymore, so if you can find it, snatch it up, Karen Crystal Cake. I'm using a 5.5 millimeter hook. It calls for a 5, but I like to work with the 5.5. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And it's a 4-weight in the colorway Peacock. Yeah. So I'm going to make I've made several hexagon sweaters or cardigans out of this. And I just happen to have one of this skein. I've got one of 3 other colors as well. And so I think it's enough to make a top. So I'm going to try to do that. 1, 2, 3. And me working on these at night in my bedroom gets me away from working on my plarn, because I work on it. I've been working on it every day for like 3 months now, maybe longer. But I decided I wanted to get it finished. And every now and then I'll pick up. Hi, Susan. Every now and then you're living down under. Oh, wow. That's amazing. How did you end up in Australia? I get that right? Living down under. Yeah, so I like to pick up actual yarn every now and then. But be looking for plarn tutorials and working with the plarn once I get everything balled up. I'm almost done. I've got 2.5 boxes left to go. And then I will be through winding up plastic yarn. Plarn. Oh, if you guys get a chance, come on in, say hi, let me know you're here. I appreciate all the new subscribers. That's awesome. And I always tell people, if you're new to my channel and you want to get to know me, go see my Get to Know Me playlist. It goes way back. And then you can actually see and hear what all I go through with my child and life in Tennessee and the animals, what few animals I have now. Oh, that's so awesome. That's what I did the first time. Which is funny because even though we're not together, we're still really good friends. My cousin did that. She got on a dating app. She's Seventh-day Adventist, and she got on the Seventh-day Adventist dating app and met her husband. He lived in Australia. She lived in Columbia, South Carolina. And they ended up having an online relationship. She flew out there to see him, and then he flew out here to see her, and they got married, and they've been together for like 6 or 7 years now. All right. All right, Alicia, where's it at? There we go. This is why I don't stitch. This is why I don't stitch in each individual. I I I do sometimes do projects where I stitch in each stitch, but because I have to feel where the hole is, it's not always as easy to find. It takes longer. So it's easier for me to work in holes. So that's why I'll do like the moss stitch where it's a single, chain one, single, or half double, chain one, half double, and so on, because it's easier for me to work in the chain stitches than it is for me to work in the individual stitches. Now I do have some projects that I have worked that way, but it's taken me longer to work them. So when I want to work on something that goes a little bit quicker, I'll do something like this. As a matter of fact, the first ex-husband, messaged me earlier and said that he saw that Supreme Legend. Hi! Thank you. Um, my first ex-husband, he messaged me today and he said, "I saw that you had a midnight makes last night." I was only on for like 30 minutes and then the tired bug got a hold of me and I had to get off. He said, "I watched it and I gave it a thumbs up." He said, "I gave it a like." He said, "I hope it helps." And I said, "Well, thank you." So he supports me. He's down and out right now, and so I'm trying to help him when I can. But yeah, we have a good relationship. We get along really well. Things are things are different between us. Our lives have gone in different directions. We haven't been together in over 22 years, I think. Yeah. Long story, simple story. Ex-husband's friend. Oh, my ex abandoned me and him. So, scriptures in 3 years. Oh, that is so great. It's such a blessing when you can find someone that you have the faith in common with. That is awesome. It's so rare. I believe in the Christian faith, and my first ex-husband is an agnostic. So that didn't work. And then the second husband is an atheist, and that didn't work. It's like, oh, I'm going to bring my daughter up in the church. So I did. And now she's doubting her faith. And when she told me 2 years ago that she was not Christian and that she did not believe in God, it crushed me. It felt like a dagger got stabbed in my heart. And so I pray for her and that God will find her one day. So yes, that's really hard. That is awesome. Yes, if you can find someone that believes what you believe and you guys can actually have conversations about it, it's that just warms your heart. That warms my heart. Oh, then you know what I'm going through. Oh, did they ever come back? Did they ever find their way? How old are your children? Mine just turned 18. She's the only one I have. She just turned 18 and she's got an old mother. I try to get her not to worry about me, but I think I worry about her, of course. That's what I'm supposed to do, but I am officially on disability. I just got it approved last month. 35, 33, and 25. Ugh, bless you. Yeah, mine just turned 8. She just turned 18. I had her very late in life, and she just started college. She graduated high school with a 4.0, so she got some great scholarships. I'm so proud of her. I just hope she finds some like-minded people that maybe will get her interested and get her interested. Because I told her, I said, I can't drive, so I'm going to have you take me to church. And she said, well, I'm not going in. I said, that's fine. You can just sit in the car and wait for me. I'm going to sit in the car. Okay, honey, you just sit in the car. You wait for Mom. I thought eventually she would, come in, but no, that didn't last very long. I strayed. I strayed from going. So, Susan, what type of crafts do you like to do? Are you a crocheter as well, or are you a cross stitcher? I got someone in here that does diamond art and then knitting and any kind of fiber arts. I'm assuming another yarn. I'm assuming that you like doing crochet or knitting. That's a good title. Another yarn. Tazroar. I'm going to Tazroar the Elder. Should I call you Taz? Can I call you Taz if you're still in here? Lydia, are you still with me? Made by Misty. Hi, Misty. New here. Give it time. You never know how God will work his magic. I know. Thank you. I know. She's in my prayers every night. Susan, crochet, beading, quilts, and learning to knit. I do beading from time to time. I haven't since the eyesight issue. It's been hard since my depth perception's off. And when it's funny when I'm holding my tools and I'm trying to hold like my pliers in one hand and my project in the other, or my pliers in the other hand, I have to, like I said, I have to have the phone 2 inches from my face in order for me to read the comments. So it's the same thing when I'm trying to make something. I have to put a magnifying glass, and you're stitching on an ornament. Oh, now's the time to do ornaments. Yes, very good. Awesome. But yeah, when I'm doing that for my beading, it's really funny because my depth perception's off. So like I'm holding, say for instance, I'm holding like my jump ring or something, and I'm trying to attach my charm, or I'm trying to do wire wrapping on a bead. I'll have to take my I might miss right here, or I might go right here, or I have to feel. I have to feel where to put my pliers, and so it takes me forever now to do jewelry, which really sucks. Wow, Susan, you're a jack of all trades. I always wanted to get into photography. I guess I'm kind of glad I didn't now, because I would really be upset not being able to do that anymore. Just during the stream. Love your nails. Thank you. I got the kitty cats. I had to sport the kitty cats. Craftastic beans. Oh, nice. Craftastic Craftastic beans, or am I saying that right? Summer, that is so amazing. That gives me hope. You have a light with a magnifying glass. I bought mag eyes years ago for my cross stitch, and I'm thinking I might have to pull those out for my jewelry. Thank you. Okay, cool. I'm really surprised that there are more people on here. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. I'm really surprised there's more people on here than this late at night. Of course, now being on Eastern Standard Time, coming on at midnight. Um, it's only 9 o'clock on the West Coast, and I have no idea what time it is over in Australia right now. What time is it in Australia? Craftastic beans. You'll have to let me know where you're located. And are you up as late as I am right now? I'm going to have to feel this because I hope that I'm not. I'll find that sometimes I'll switch it around and it's not supposed to be switched around yet. I'm going to have to feel to make sure it's uniform. Okay. Yeah, we're right on track, I think. Uh-oh. Where's the beginning? Oh, I came right to it. Wow, that's close. 15:10 military time. I have to do. So it's 12. It's 3:10. 3:10 in the afternoon. Awesome. Made by Misty. Wish there were more creators on late like this. I'm always up till 3 to 4 a.m. and so tired of watching repeats. Oh, I understand. 3:10. I nailed it. Yep. Okay, cool. You're in Colorado. Oh, okay. So it's only 11 o'clock past your bedtime. Well, it is 11 after 1 here in Tennessee. And Misty, you can find me here. I call it Midnight Makes, and I get on usually between when I'm on. I'm gonna try to start. Oh, see. Oh, what am I doing? When I'm on, I try to get on between 11 and 12 o'clock at night because I'm a night owl as well. Because I just can't sleep. And I thought, well, what better than to talk to you guys if I can't sleep? All right, so I got to do 2 double crochets and then connect to the chain 3 so that I can have my cluster there. Come on now, get in there. There we go. All right, now do single chain 2 doubles. So if you guys don't know, I'm doing a continuous round so that I have a right side and I have a wrong side, and usually the wrong side is actually prettier. I like the texture of the wrong side better, to be honest with you. But as long as that tail's sticking out, I know which side is my wrong side because I can't really see it, so I have to feel. Oh, you're in Tampa. Okay, cool. Oh, you guys getting those storms yet? Summer's in Georgia. All right, I'll have to go check you out. Definitely. I try to go check out people that subscribe to my channel. I go to see if they have content, and if you have content, I will subscribe to your channel. And if I haven't, I've got to catch up. I'm behind right now on subscribing to other people's channels. I am making a granny top. And right now I'm working on the sleeve, and I'm going to do 16 rounds to make the sleeve. Because the one that I made with the Karen Cloud Cakes, my daughter swiped it. So I have to make another one. And I thought, this is so pretty. I would like to make this. So right now I'm working on the sleeves. So I'm doing 16 rounds to make, and it's all a continuous round for the sleeves. Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's been kind of rough. We get the residuals of it, not very much. I'm in Southeast Tennessee, so I'm like, where I'm located, I'm like an hour away from Georgia, an hour away from North Carolina, an hour away from Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina. I'm further away from Virginia. And I'm 3 hours from Kentucky. No. Yes, I'm 3 hours from Kentucky. But we just get just like really bad rains and stuff. When we get hurricanes. I'm sorry, we get tornadoes. And when we get them, we get a lot. It's really weird. You'd think we're in Kansas. I need to head to bed. Good night. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you for the update, Summer. Yeah, I'm like I said, when I see that somebody has subscribed new to me, I'm gonna go check them out. I need to take the time to go do that and subscribe to people that have content. I try to remember to do that. I get far behind. Am I seeing this? Okay, no, it's focusing in on me now. But while I was stitching, it looked like it was focusing in out there. Oh, and not up here. Maybe if I did this. Oh, there we go. That's funny. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for the like, the subscribe. I appreciate you. Yes, definitely. Yeah, be looking for me in the future. I'm going to try to give notifications ahead of time, but sometimes I just feel like popping on, and I'm trying to get my watch hours up because now that I'm on disability, I got to get my watch hours up and try to get monetized again. I had it once upon a time and it got taken away from me when they changed the rules a few years ago. So I got it. It disheartened me, and plus with all the vision issues, I stopped making content, and I'm back, and I'm pretty steady, at least once or twice a week. Y'all make sure you get in on those giveaways. Make sure you get in on this month's giveaway if you're subscribing now. Definitely go take a look, get in on it. I'm going to see if I can make it till 2 o'clock. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate that. I look forward to seeing you again. Ginger. Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of redheads, I found out a fun fact tonight. I was watching about Gilligan's Island, and, Tina Louise, the one that played Ginger on Gilligan's Island, she's the only one that's still alive. Do you know that she is in her late 90s and she actually helped write some of the VeggieTales books? I did not know this. I found this out tonight. I've got a TikTok too, so I mentioned it on my TikTok. I thought it was a fun fact. It was kind of cool. Us Gen Xers that are out there. Yeah. Tina Louise is in her 90s and helped write some of the VeggieTales books. It's funny. Now, I will say this about my daughter. She sent me a message the other day, and she said, because she knows I'm cleaning house. I'm packing up and donating a lot of stuff. I'm doing stuff that I should have done years ago, but now that I have the time to do it, I'm doing it. And I know, it's cool, right? So that was one thing that I raised her on was VeggieTales. And I have all the VeggieTales up until I think till she turned maybe 10 or 11. So 2017, 2018, I think that's when I stopped collecting the VeggieTales, but I have all of them up to that point. She sent me a text message the other day and she said, Mom, whatever you do, do not get rid of the VeggieTales. I said, why in the world would you think I'd get rid of the VeggieTales? She goes, because I know you're cleaning house. And I said, no, honey. I said, those are memories. I would never get rid of those. And she said that she met someone. Oh, yes, yes, yes. She met someone and they're reminiscing. And she said, apparently the story of Esther, she said, traumatized her. So now I've got to pull out the Esther DVD and go watch it and see what the heck she's talking about and have a conversation with her when she comes into town. Because I was trying to think what in the world in VeggieTales would have traumatized her when she was a kid about Esther. So yeah, I've got to go look at that again. So it's really funny. That would be her cat, my daughter's cat, Ellie Billy. Well, yep, yep. We get to see her foot. I'm glad we can't see what else she's doing. I think they might kick me off for that. Wouldn't that be kitty porn? I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. That's Ellie Belly. That's her baby. Summer, thank you. I thought about that when she told me. I was tickled to death. And because she met a friend that she had that in common with, I'm hoping that friend could have maybe a little bit of influence on her. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So I have a little short clip video that shows her. You'll have to go watch it if you haven't seen it already. She is in, that's my daughter's cat. She has not been in her room since she left, and she left the 15th of August. So a little over a month, actually right at a month. She has not, thank you. She is pretty. She gets on my dang nerves, but she she has not been in my daughter's room since she left. She won't go sit on her bed where she used to sit. She won't sit in her lounge chair where she used to sit. She won't do anything. I refuse to do TikTok as well. I did finally give in and get on Instagram. I like Instagram. Dogs are better than cats. I have a Chihuahua. We have that too. She's precious. Thank you. She's actually, my other kitties are prettier than her, believe it or not. Summer, I have to go back and look at your other one. You hate TikTok. Clearly missing a ton of stuff by refusing to get on the ADHD fueling app. Yeah, yeah, it definitely is. Chihuahuas do be dope. Mine, his name is Ramsey. He is 5.5 pounds. He is 6 years old. And if you watch any of my other videos, he's a ham. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. You late nighters coming in here. Yeah, he's a ham. He's in his bed right now. So he has he has a huge crate that he sleeps in. It's got like 2 pillows and 6 blankets, and he will pee on the floor at night and will not wake me up unless I put him in his house. We call it his house. I said, go get in your house. And about 11 o'clock, he'll pop down off the bed or off the couch, and he'll run into his little house. And I close the door, and then he'll wake me up in the morning when it's time to go outside, and then he runs free for the rest of the day. Rat terrier. She was deadly. Oh my gosh. Mine has turned into an ankle biter. He was never like that, but now that he's getting older, I have to pick him up when somebody comes into the house, unless there's like 3 people that he won't bother. He'll bark when they get here, he'll bark when they come in the door, and then he leaves them alone. But everybody else, I'm not kidding, he goes straight for the ankles, and I don't know where he learned it from or why he does it, but I have to hold him. I have to hold him or put him in his house. TikTok looks similar. My oldest cat lives outside by choice. She's approximately 11 years old. This one is 13. She, Maddie got her for her 5th birthday. But, oh, yes, I was telling you about the little video. So if you haven't watched it already, there's a video clip of where I am actually in the bathroom. I am sitting on the commode, but you can't see anything. I'm not doing anything. But she came into the bathroom and she was sitting on the floor, and I have a cat rug that shows 4 cat butts that's right in front of the shower. And she was looking for her mama, and she couldn't find her mama anywhere. And so she was looking at me crying, and she keeps looking at me, and she's just every now and then she'll go meow, meow. And so that's in the video too. And I caught it at the tail end because it was really funny because I opened up the shower door. She's never gone in the shower. She went into the shower, and I was sitting there. I was on my phone scrolling, not doing what I was supposed to be doing. And then I opened up the door. I didn't shut it all the way. I left it cracked about this much. And I opened it and I looked inside, and there she was sitting in the middle of the shower, just sitting there, and just looked at me and just meow. It's like, no, honey, your mama's not in there. And then when she came out, that's when I turned the camera on. And I wish I'd turned the camera on before that. I go see Instagram every now and then as well. I've got my Facebook set up that anything that I post on my Facebook will automatically go to my Instagram. And it's Young 40 Mom. I'm Young 40 Mom everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen when she comes in. My daughter, oh my gosh, she got irate with me. Ellie's strictly inside. We have 2 kitties that are strictly inside, and then I have 2 that like to venture out. Actually, I need to go let them in because they come in the house at night. They only go out for like an hour or 2 during the day, which makes it harder to keep the flea population down, but I try to keep it under control. But with Ramsey going potty outside, I can keep it under control because he usually likes to go around the walk where the driveway gravels are, or he'll go in the backyard, and nobody ever goes in the backyard. So, and his little poopies are so tiny, they just wash away with the rain anyway. But, so you would never step in it. But they venture off to the backside of the farm. Video games, he said he had. Okay. So you guys got to talking about your chihuahuas. That's cool. While he was in the bathroom. That's hilarious. Yeah, that was what I was getting to. She ran outside, and it took me forever to get her back in. She never leaves carport, but she was running underneath my car, and I tried to get her around. It was at night, and I finally got her in, and I was telling my daughter about it, and she was like, "Mom, if you ever lose her, I will never forgive you. As soon as I come home, I will pack my stuff and you will never see me again. I am serious. This was in a text message. I'm like, wow, she was serious. But then, no, I'm sorry, it was over the phone. We had this conversation over the phone. That's okay, hon. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Hey, as long as you don't get too detailed, it's fine. I can handle anything in here. I was married to a military man and I worked in a bar for 5 years, so yeah, I can handle anything. You couldn't find her for 2 days. Wow. Now see, if I'd have said that to my daughter, she would have freaked out. Oh, you meant that you and I, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so she got, I mean, hateful with me, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go." I just wow. She chose she made it clear that she would choose the cat over her mother, and so I was like, yeah, no, we're not having this conversation." So, I hung up the phone, and she texted me a big apology. And she was like, "Mom, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be so harsh, but you know how much I love her and she is my baby. She's everything to me. And if anything were to happen to her, I I I don't know if I could ever forgive you." And I'm like, "That's okay. She's fine." But yeah. So I guess I better stop and we got to go let the cats in cuz I don't need them staying out all night. Ugh, it's getting hot under this blanket. So, oh my goodness. Have you seen the YouTube video of the lady that made a full bodysuit of crochet? No. No, I have not. I'll have to go. Do you know what the title? Can you see me the title in here and I can go? Oh no, honey. This is not a lot. This is just a small portion. There's double rows of yarn there. These are all projects. I call those my body parts. Okay, thank you. Yes. No, that's just that's a lot, but that's not nearly as much as I actually have. Oh, wait, let me show you. I've shown this before on my lives, but we have to go. We'll go into my walk-in closet. Okay, so I have all of this yarn, and then this is jackets and stuff I've made. All those boxes are full of yarn, and then all of that's yarn, 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 and I have a craft room full of yarn. If you call it body parts. I call it I call it body parts because I know, right? That's why I say I've got enough to last me for the rest of my life. When I get fixated, here's a dress I made. If I get fixated on something, and I've worn this out too. If I get fixated on something that I really like, that I'm into, I will get an abundance of it, like my nails. I've got an abundance. Like this is full of nails, and that back there's full of nails, and then I've got drawers here of nail stuff and nail polishes, and yeah, I get fixated. And these are all projects that I've already finished that I take to whenever I would do shows. I got to put them in my Etsy shop, and then that part is my actual closet. All right, got to go let the babies in. I'm going to have to take my glasses off, and I won't be able to read your messages right now while I go get them because I can't see to walk. Oh, in fact, I'm going to have to feel because I don't have any lights on. Dang it. All right. We're going to do this in the dark. Oh, we're getting there. I have a light on in the kitchen. I don't know why I'm whispering. I'm the only one in the dang house. Baby kitty. Good night. Come on, babies. Come on. Midnight is my black cat. He's getting older. He is. Oh, there he comes. All right. Was that Boop Kitty? Was that Midnight? Come on. I can't tell. I can't tell right now what color they are. Because Boo Boo Kitty is my tortoise shell. And she's got a split face. Come on, baby. Oh, there you are. She takes her time coming in the house. Come on. Come on. You were playing with the raccoons and the skunks and the possums. Come on. Come on. There you go. Good baby. They're still getting cockaburs on them too, which really drives me nuts. Because then I have to pick them. And that's Copper. That's cat number 4. We have 4 cats. And then I'd show you Ramsey, but he's in bed. All right. I'm going to have to drink my water. Okay, I'm going to have to feel my way in the dark again. But I'm used to it because when I had surgery on the eye that I can see out of, I literally was having to feel everything because I couldn't see where I was going. I was blind. Blind, blind, blind. Okay, now. There's my slippers. I wondered where they were. All right. Now, let's get comfortable again. All right. Oh, it would be nice if I had, like, I could hear you guys talking. That would be cool. Let me have a conversation back and forth. That's one thing I do like about YouTube. You can have like 15 people in the room at the same time and everybody can talk. But it's hard for me to keep up when it's like that because of the vision issue that I have. All right, I'm going to go back and read. Go back and try to read the messages now. Gonna rock right to Electric Avenue. Be right back. Okay, old habits. Hold on tight. She's only been at college a little while. Yeah. Oh, I know. She's got to get situated. And she sent me the cutest video clip of her room. She had to break it into 2 parts, but it was like 10 minutes. And it was the sweetest thing. She was giving me a tour and pointing out what was what, sort of like doing a tutorial, but it was for Mom. And then she was telling me she was staying out of trouble and that she had access to alcohol, but she wasn't going to partake, and giving me all that. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate the likes. And so, yeah, she said, but I'm not really doing it, Mom. She said, you know me. And I'm like, okay, just remember your campus has a no tolerance for alcohol. She's at Tennessee Tech University over near Nashville. So it's a good 2.5 hour drive from here. So she's coming in for her high school's home game. And she was in the band for, since she was in 6th grade. And then before that, she was in choir. So for 7 years, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 7 years she was in band playing clarinet. And she gets to play with the band. When they had the homecoming games, the alumni get to come in and play because they have the same songs that they play in the stand, like rah-rah type songs. And so she's going to get to do that. And she's excited because some of the people that she knows is still there. They're juniors and seniors now. So she's going to come in for that, spend a little time with Mom, and then spend a little time with one of her other little friends. I'm so proud of her. I want to smack her sometimes, but I'm very proud of her. But that's par for the course. She's got to find her feet. She's got to wet her feet. She's got to find her own. She's got a smart ass mouth sometimes, and I'd love to smack her, but I got to get some water. But I wouldn't trade her for the world. She turned out to be a pretty good egg. I did the best I could with what I had to work with. Her father was, he was supportive financially, but he really didn't know how to interact with her and until she got older. I guess when she was about 15, that's when he really started doing actual things with her. He tried to do things with her. He only came into town like 2 or 3 times a year because he was a truck driver. And since he's been on this new job, he's home a month at a time. And so she was working at a part-time job her senior year. And so on Mondays after work, she would go and she'd go spend some time with him. And that was actually her choice. So, and she knows what he's like. She knows, that me and her dad don't get along. Push to talk like walkie-talkies. Oh, neat. But it's always on unless you make sure you exit the channel or mute it. Weather channels on my Zello. It's cool. Somebody had mentioned Zello to me, and I was like, I don't know if I want to learn another app. I thought about starting to put my videos on Rumble. Rumble is the new YouTube meets TikTok, but there's no war over who owns it right now. And it's where some very well-known YouTube creators have decided to go. Have you guys heard of Rumble? I downloaded the app. I thought I created a channel, but I haven't done anything with it yet. But if you're interested in growing your channel fast, that's going to be the platform to get on. I'm just so used to having YouTube. Like I said, it reminded me the other day, hey, you've been here 11 years. Congratulations. I'm like, yeah, I left for 2 years and I came back. Now I'm pretty steady. Oh, we have a landing. Let's see. Who's landed over here on the pillow? Is it midnight? It is midnight. Midnight. Baby boy. This is my light. I love this thing. Midnight. Hey, baby. That's midnight. Midnight is 10 years. Is he 10? I got him in 2015. He was 6 months old. So, yeah. He's 10. So, he's 10. Ellie's 13. Boo Boo Kitty is 8 and Copper is 6. Thank you. Yes. I call him my lover boy because you'll see him in a lot of my shorts. That's what my daughter uses. My daughter uses Discord. She swears that's the only platform she ever gets on anymore. She used to make cute little animations that she created herself on YouTube, and then she just moved away from it. She'll watch creators on YouTube, but she doesn't do anything with it anymore. But everything that she does, her and all of her friends are on Discord. But they said that you have to be really careful. The younger kids have to be careful on Discord because there's a lot of pedophiles on there pretending to be kids. There's a big stigma with Discord about that right now. But I haven't tried it. She swears by it. She likes it. That's where her and her friends go to play their games together. But they're people she actually knows. So I didn't really worry about her. She's been on there for about 5 years. What are you doing? Making noises. What are you doing? Oh, did we jump? We jumped. Where's that Boo Boo Kitty? Oh, nope. That's still midnight. Where's it? That's Boo Boo Kitty. Boo Boo Kitty. What are you doing? That's my tortoise shell. She's over there. They like to jump on my stuff. I didn't know that she was jumping over there, though. Hey, you're not supposed to be there. Come here. Come here, baby. He's my lover boy because he purrs all the time and he loves to love on me, and that she's my mama kitty. Come here, baby. Hang on, let me get this down. Come here. Come here, baby. She my mama kitty. Come here, baby. Just some lovin's? Yeah. So pretty. He moved around the corner to escape all the new colony cats. Didn't you say you had 17? Were you the one that told me you had 17 cats? Well, you have a lot of feral cats. You have a lot of cats that are outside, right? All right, so I got 3 of them in here. All I need now is Copper. He'll show up and he'll sleep down there at the foot. Come here, baby. She my mama kitty. She's a little bit bigger than Ramsey. Her and Ramsey are around the same size. Everybody else is a lot bigger. But she's so sweet. She will grab me and she'll push on me and oh, she'll nibble on me to get her to pet her. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. I do late night chit chats. That's what the midnight makes. I do crochet. I cross stitch. I have cats. And then there is a actual, this is a little bit of everything. My channel's a little bit of everything. It's mostly crafting. If so, I failed. I can't find the video I was talking about. Oh, okay. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look and see if I can find it. I'm pretty good at searching things up, but I have made like my dress. I've made my dress. I've made all kinds of wearables. I made a pair of shorts for my cousin. It was as a gag gift. He said, "Oh, can someone make this for me? I'd like to wear." He's actually a teacher at the university in Washington. And so I said, "What's your favorite color?" He said, "Green." So I had made him a pair of green shorts. I crocheted him a pair of green shorts and I need to put the picture on here sometime. I told him, I said, "Send me a picture of it." And he had his wife take a picture of it and he sent it to me. And so it was a little tight around the thighs, but it was hilarious. It was a great gag gift. She's like, "You are not putting that on." And he says, "Yes, I am watching." So yeah, so I made a pair of shorts. I actually thought about making myself a pair of like, boho pants. I think it would be cool. From cosplay stuff, probably. No good. Yeah, I'll see if I can find it. Thank you for the idea for looking it up, though. I appreciate you taking the time to do that. I uh, I am a huge Jared Leto fan. Huge. 30 Seconds to Mars. I'm obsessed. I have all their music. I've watched every single movie he's done. In fact, I've got my calendar marked to go see Tron on the 10th of October when it opens. Um, but I've seen him wear it's a crocheted like not really a robe. It's maybe a full length jacket. It just blew my mind. No, no, I am not part of the echelon. But I do love his music. I absolutely I just adore him. He's a couple years younger than me, and I love him and his brother Shannon. And I follow their I follow their. Oh, you can do little icons on here. That's cool. I follow their journeys and what they're doing and how they're doing, and it's just something about his voice. I just love their music. I don't know what it is. But I was gonna say, who was it? It was Jack Black and Jason Momoa. They Fight Club, the movie. Oh, okay. Oh, he was blonde. He was really weird looking in that one. Um, I liked him in Requiem for a Dream. That was it was very intense, and at the time that he did that when it came out, unfortunately, that's when I was working at the bar, and I knew people who actually went through some of the drug addiction and, would steal to buy to get their fix, and, unfortunately, I witnessed that myself, and so I could kinda relate with, the people in that movie, Requiem for a Dream. I think he did some of his best work, and I'm really surprised that he didn't get any kind of award for that, um, instead of Dallas Buyers Club. That was the first movie he ever got one in. But anyway, so Jason Momoa sported, what are you talking about? The white bodysuit that looks like a swimsuit. If so, I found that one. Okay. I'm gonna have to go check these out. Jason Momoa makes what they call the hexagon cardigans. He called up Jack Black and told Jack Black, "Hey man, what's your favorite colors? I'm going to be bringing you something." And so Jack told him he liked purple, green, and I can't remember what the other color was. And so Jason Momoa crocheted him a cardigan sweater, the hexagon sweater, and gave it to him. And I've got a picture of it. I wonder if I can share pictures on here. I don't know if I can or not. But, oh yeah, yeah, he got an award for that. He deserved it. Um, but yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. So Jason Momoa is promoting crochet, which really, really surprised me. And he said it helps him pass the time. My ex-husband, the second one, baby daddy, he just turned 43. He's a lot younger than me. I taught him how to cross stitch, and he's been cross stitching since he was, let's see, I met him when he was 23, and he started cross stitching when he was 25. It helped him with his anger issues. Now, picture he's a very, very big man, very scary looking. I think he's attractive, but to others, he's very intimidating. And the way he keeps his head shaved, he said that it reminded a lot of people of a large Charles Manson. So I didn't think he looked like that, but it's funny. A lot of people didn't like him as the Joker. I did. I like his method acting. I thought he was amazing as the Joker, and nobody liked him as the Joker. I don't know, because it didn't look like him because he's such a method actor. It was so out of character for him, just like when he did that the John Lennon movie. Yes, he does. He does method acting. He gets into character. He stays in character. There are some actors out there that do that, and I don't know how you can do that. But they say that he stayed in character even when they were not filming, and it kind of creeped a lot of them out. But Suicide Squad was a good movie, I think. Yeah, 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 and filled up latex things as well. From what I understand, they all got that dirty latex. Uh, Condoms. I'll just say it. He gave them, but they said they weren't dirty, so I did. I did say it. I won't say it again, but I did say it. But yes, as he claims he did in one video, and then another video he denies it. So yes, I saw that. He was just short of his, was it 100th? No, 90th birthday. Just short of his 90th birthday. So sad. It's usually in threes. Somebody else died recently too. It was all over my Facebook feed today. All right, I need to check and count how many rows I've got going on here. Let me do a few more stitches to lock this in place so it won't come undone, because I did not bring a stitch marker to bed with me. Yeah, a lot of the good ones. Okay, let's count. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. All right, so I'm starting row 11. I love this yarn. It's so soft. It's so much fun to work with, and it's so pretty. It's very, it's called crystal cakes, but if you were to see it, I just wish it showed up. I wish the way that it shimmers. So next time I'm on here, y'all gonna be looking for me. I'll just show up random. I try to, Crystal the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady tried to give me some pointers on going live. Because I've just been popping in. I've just been popping in on the lives and not really announcing that I'm going to be coming on. I just show up. But anywhere from 11 to 12 o'clock at night. And then I've been doing some morning ones here lately, and I've enjoyed those. But those are mostly in the living room when I'm doing when I'm stringing together the plastic bags to crochet with later. But I did start to announce them. Okay. Well, nice to meet you. But anyway, so yes, from 11 to 12 at 11 to 12 at midnight, anytime in the next, I'll try to announce it whenever I can to let you guys know when I'm going to be on, so you guys can join in and chat with me. But otherwise, I just show up. So yeah, I'll be looking for midnight makes, and then afternoon delight chats. Yeah, I agree. I think so too. What did I say? This was row 11. Yeah. 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 I'm really tickled. These nails have stayed on really well. I think I put them on like maybe 4 days ago, and I haven't had any issues with them coming loose or coming off. So I'm happy with them. The little tabs that I used, the little sticky tabs, have worked really well, and they've got a flat matte finish. They're not shiny. I like the shiny ones, but these are kind of nice. I can always, when they're starting to get worn is when, like, if they've got the white underneath them. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, they've got the white underneath them. And what happens is the tips and the color starts wearing off as I'm doing dishes, or when I'm doing stuff around the house, starts to wear off, and then it's time to change them out. But these are so stinking cute. I hope they last a long time. Going back and forth from ironing and cutting 1-inch black strips. at the moment. I am making a granny sweater. I am working on the sleeve. So I always do 16 rounds on my sleeve. I am working with the Karen Crystal Cakes, which is discontinued. If you can ever find it anywhere, grab it. I'm working with, it calls for a 5mm. I'm working with a 5.5, an eye hook, and it's a 4-weight. So right now I'm working on the sleeve, and I've got enough yarn to make a whole sweater. I'm pretty sure. If not, I don't have another one of this color, but I have one in like a purple. It's a deep purple. It's beautiful. I also have I want to say it's a green. I don't know, because y'all know I can't tell my colors very well right now. So I'll just have to hold it up one day and ask you guys if I need to add colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the sleeves first, because I know I want to have that. I'm going to start working on the front panel or the back panel and do it all this color. If I have enough to do the front panel, I will. If not, I'll save some of this. I'll do the front panel a different color, and then I'll trim it with this color so that it all goes together. Well, Misty, I'm so glad you came in here. I do mainly crochet now because of my vision issues, because I have to feel everything that I stitch, but I also do beadwork, and I did beaded pins, I did beaded bookmarks for over the summer. I did those, and I do those in my giveaway. Do you cross stitch? Well, I'm glad you're here. Hello. We have somebody new in here. I was going to get off at 2 o'clock. Is it 2 o'clock? Yeah, it's 2 a.m. I was going to get off at 2 a.m., but I'm actually enjoying myself, and now we have somebody new in the room. But yeah, if you go back, I've got a Getting to Know Me playlist, and it doesn't, I talk about everything. I don't do any craft work in that at all. And I try to keep that as separate as I can. Now I'm all about bag making with some quilting throws in for good measure. Oh, nice. I am great. What would you like us to call you? And I'll explain. I have to do my lives this way because of my vision. I have to have my phone 2 inches from my face so that I can read the comments. So whenever I'm doing a live, you will never see my face. Pakistan. Oh, wow. What time is it there? Yeah, so I've put my cross stitch and my beadwork on hold for now until I can get the hang of doing it again and adjust it to where I'm able to see it with. I have to put things in my face now. And this is easy for me to do on camera right now because, like I said, my phone's 2 inches from my face. And it's very weird for me to stitch through my lens, but it's magnified, so that helps. So I'm still on row 11, I think. So I'll make 4 panels. I'll make 2 panels, 16 rounds, and then depending on what size I want to make, for a small medium, I'll do 18 rounds. For a large, extra large, I'll do 20 rounds. for the front and back panels. But I've been doing the sleeves the same. I didn't crochet for a long time. Like I said, when cross stitch saved my life. Cross stitch helped me quit smoking, and I threw myself into it. Like I said, I created my Etsy shop. My channel, when I first started it 11 years ago, it was all about cross stitch, and then the vision thing happened, and I started getting more into, over the years, I've been getting more into my crochet, and that's when I started collecting yarns. I don't think I've ever paid full price for yarn, ever. I always look for clearance sales or big sales. What I'm working on. Coming soon enough. That's true. Yeah, I'm hoping I'll get one more eye surgery, and then hopefully I'll be able to have some kind of vision in my right eye, but the doctor says that he just wants to be able to save it so they don't have to take it. At the moment I've been very good. I haven't bought anything this year. I take that back. When I found out that the Joann's in Chattanooga was closing, I had to go. I think I spent maybe $100, but I got a lot. But I got like basic, I think I got, let's see, what was it there? What is their yarn called? Oh, shoot. I can't think. Joann's yarn. Anyway, so I'd stock up. I used to watch for sales at Michael's and clearance. I haven't gotten from them in a while. Ice. I got 3 years in a row. I got a bunch around tax time. I bulked up and got ice yarn. I've bought from Hobby, but only when it's on sale. And I have bought from, what's the other one I bought for? Let's see, there's Hobie that I bought from. Oh, Hirschner's. Every now and then they have really good sales. Mary Maxim has good sales every now and then. Like when they do their clearance and they're restocking, I'll get that. Like I showed this a while ago, but I'll show it again. I got this Carnival yarn. I love it. It's so silky. And it has a nice sheen to it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not. But Carnival yarn by Hobie, their colorways are in numbers. And like, I got these, they're normally like, I want to say they're like $8.99 or $9.99, but every now and then they'll have a sale on them for like $3.99 or $4.50. So, and there's a lot of yardage in this. I've worked with this a lot. I think this is their colorways are in numbers. So like this is colorway 17, but it's so pretty. So I'm making a top with this. I'll probably be working on this next time I talk to you guys. I just wanted to, when I got on here, I wanted to start a new project while I had you on here, because I've been doing the same things over and over again. So I thought I'd start a new project from beginning to end. So the beginning of this, when it goes to video, the beginning will show you exactly what I did with the magic circle, that I used the magic circle that will never open, ever. Will never, ever, ever open. It's so tight and closed. And then I'm not turning my work at all. I'm doing continuous rounds, so that I can have a front side and a wrong side. Yeah, the right side and the wrong side on this. I'm starting to lose my voice. Hello, everybody. Oh, thank you for the likes. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I wasn't planning on staying up this late. My medicine hasn't kicked in. Yeah, on top of, On top of the whole, getting old sucks, but on top of the whole eye issue, I also have neuropathy and I have degenerative arthritis in my lower back, but my back doesn't hurt. It's my leg. Yeah. I actually get to start physical therapy. Thank you. Thank you, Summer. What would I do without you? Oh, you can hear it, can't you? Bless your heart. I got it. I got the big mug today. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Hi, Denise. It is, isn't it? I don't know if the camera's picking up the shimmer. If they don't make it anymore, it's a Karen crystal cake. Yeah, I don't know if it's very shimmery and it's really luxurious. It's so soft. Oh my gosh. I've made cardigans with this and it's like wearing a warm blanket. It's just those blankets that have I don't know what it is, like a microfiber. It's like really that's what it feels like. It's so nice. I hate that they discontinued it because all the colorways look like this. Um, they did have some that had some variegated colors, and it wasn't like an ombre. It was variegated with like different shades. They didn't have that many of those. I think the only ones that I have left, though, I think I've used all those. The only ones that I have left are the solid colors. I only had one left of this color, and then I've got one of a purple, and I've got one of a burgundy. I think it's like a burgundy. It's like a burgundy or a maroon. It's more of a like a mauve. I've got one of like a mauve that I may do. I'm on this granny square sweater kick now since my daughter liked it and she said that she would wear it, and she never says she'll wear anything that I make. So I was like, ooh, I am making something that she wants to wear. I'm going to make many because her friends are going to say, hey, where'd you get that? Oh, my mom made it. Oh, can she make me one? Sure. That's my thought anyway. That's the thought process in my head. You can tell I'm getting tired. I'm getting loopy. I'm getting stupid. You can tell I've been up a while. So Miss Denise, where are you at right now? And what time is it in your area? Oh, Midnight's cleaning himself. I can hear him licking away. Y'all need to stop cleaning and take a nap. Where'd Boo Boo Kitty go? Did she crash? Oh, she did. I see her curled up. She's conquered out. There's Copper. That's the one I told you. I told you that's where he was going to go. You're in North Carolina. I'm in Tennessee, honey. So yep, we were on the same time wave here. Yeah, that's Copper. He's what the vet said that he is a buff color. And that is from her last litter before we got her fixed. He's from her last litter. So we've got Ellie, who's 13, Copper, who is, let's see, Copper's 5. Yeah, because Ramsey's 6. Ramsey's the Chihuahua. Ramsey's 6. And Boo Boo Kitty is 8. And Midnight is 10. Ugh. They all have to come stay with me for some reason. I don't know why. And then if Ramsey was up, me talking to the camera, he'd be all over me. Because y'all know those of you who watched me in the past, you know he's a ham. He cannot stand when I'm talking to my phone. Thank you. They're my world. Well, 2 of them are anyway. The other 2 get on my nerves. They're not mine. They're Matson's. Takes them to church. Oh. Yes. Yeah, see, advertising. People, if they'll wear it and they'll appreciate the work, that's the thing. I like it when people will buy my work from me because I know they've got an investment in it and it's worth my time. It's so disheartening and sad when you make something for somebody and they don't appreciate it, and like you go visit them and you see it crumpled up, or you see it in the giveaway bin, or you find it in the Goodwill, and it's like, it hurts. It really hurts because we take the time, we put love and time into the pieces that we make, whether it's jewelry or a stitch marker or a sweater or a hat or a pair of gloves, anything that we're making with our own two hands. People don't realize that you can't get craftsmanship like this with a machine. Everything that we do with someone in mind, or love, it just breaks my heart. So I don't give gifts away anymore unless somebody asks me. If they pay for it, or I know they're gonna like it. Like when I had my daughter try on my stuff because I want to see what it looks like on. She's a medium. She's a medium up top and she's a large down below. She got a booty. She got her daddy's butt, which is nice. But anyway, I digress because I'm tired. So yeah, that's what happened with this last sweater that I made. I made it with the cloud cakes, with the Karen cloud cakes, and it's so, oh, it's luxurious. It's so soft. But anyway, so she tried it on. She goes, "Oh, Mom," she said, "I would definitely wear this." And I'm like, "You would?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Really?" She goes, "Oh, yeah, I would totally wear this because it's more like the way it fit her. It looked like boho, and so it's like, do you want it?" She goes, "Yeah." She said, "I'll wear it to school." And I'm like, "Okay, you got it." She's never said that about anything that I've ever made. Now she thinks things are cute and they're pretty or whatever, but she never said that she'd ever wear anything. So when she said that, I was like, I'm jumping on that. So I decided I was going to make another one. Since she's getting that one, I'm going to make one out of this one. Right, exactly. Yeah, that's me. I enjoy it. In fact, I have a friend of mine. Um, when I make the cardigans, the hexagon cardigans, I make each one different. There's any piece that I ever make, no two are alike. And I say my body parts, and what my body parts are actually my amigurumis. No two are alike. Either the yarn's different, or the face is different, or the yarn and the face is different. Everything, I put something different in every piece that I make. Whether it's the sleeve is different or the ribbing's different. So every piece is, I call it one of a kind, because there's no two alike. So I had a friend of mine who was taking me she took me to my first two eye operations. And I told her, I said, I would like to make something for you as a thank you. And I said, I showed her my sweater. She goes, "Oh, I'd love to have one of these." I said, "Would you really?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, come pick out your colors." Because I mean, like, that's double walled. Y'all know that's just a piece of what I got. There's another piece of what I got. So that's like a fourth of the yarn that I have in this room. The rest is hiding everywhere else in the house. But anyway, you like my hook? I got this from Temu. It's very comfortable. This is what gave me the idea to make my hooks that I make now. I did a short video on them, I think, because it's silicone, and the silicone is very comfortable in my hands. So I make them with silicone beads with a little topper on top, and so now I'm making crochet hooks that are ergonomical. Something else I thought I'd try to do that I can actually see to do. But yeah. So she came in and she picked out her colors, and then I did her sweater, and she's a tiny girl. And so she tried it on. She goes, "Oh my gosh," she said, "I am so in love with this." She's got to actually come back over because I've got to resize her arms and lengthen the arms. She likes her arms longer than her actual, because I'll make the sleeves to come to about right here to the top of the wrist, the bottom of the hand when I do the sweaters. But she wants hers to come down further. So she's going to come in and she's going to pick out another, because I used all the yarn up that I had for that sweater. So she's going to come pick out a color that matches it, and we're going to extend it. I do. Would you like to see them? I do not have them in my Etsy shop right now because they're actually cheaper if you buy them from me personally. I sold 3 already, and I'm about to make some more. I will take you in there and show you what they look like. Oh, bear with me. I'm going to find my slippers. There they are. I didn't find them a while ago. Oh, now watch, half of them will leave and they'll come in here with me. Uh-oh, I got to take my specs off so I can see because I'm walking in the dark. Oh my gosh. Y'all don't leave me. I'm still here, I promise. It's an adventure for both of us. Hang on, I'm going to turn the light on. Yay! Okay. All right, this is what I have available right now. But I have some more that I'm going to be making. So here is the B. And I want to say these are, yeah, I sold my 3.5. So this is a 4.0. So I have a B. And I have a penguin. I have 2 Bs. I have 2 Bs and a penguin in the 3.0. I mean the 4.0. I'm sorry. 4.0. And yeah, they're really comfortable. They're about the size of the one that I had. I did it to where I didn't cover up the letter or the number of the millimeter size. And I grip my pinky around this. So if you're someone that crochets like I do, like this, then it's perfect. And then it's really tight on there, but it's not too tight to where you can't, because I didn't glue them in. To where if you needed to move it to where it was more comfortable here, you could. But if you crochet like this, of course you won't hit it at all. And they would make great gifts if you know somebody that crochets too. So yeah, so in the 4.0, I have 2 Bs and a penguin. In the 4.5, I have a kitty cat. And this one has a blocked oh, what do you call it? Shoot. It's where you can hold it. It's blocked on all 4 sides so that you have a place to put your thumb. So there's that. And in the 5.0, I have 2 in the 5.0. I have a kitty cat and an elephant in the 5.0. And that's all I have made up right now. I'm going to have some more. I'm selling them for $5 each plus shipping. I just sold 3 and sent it off today, actually. So it's $5 plus shipping. When they go in my Etsy shop, because they have fees and everything, they're going to be $6.99 when they go in the Etsy shop. And then you'd have to order through there. But right now you can get them through me. Hang on, I put my glasses on so I can see what you wrote. Oops. Oops. Go back. Sorry. You're a pencil holder? Okay, so you do like me then. So you hold like this. Yeah, it feels really comfortable. I actually have, I'll show you the one that I made for myself. Let me turn the light out. I made myself a Hello Kitty one. I think it's in a 4.5. Hang on, I'll show you that one. I'm going to make some more Hello Kitty ones, and I've got some with hearts. Let's see, is it this one? No. I keep a lot of needles because I saw all of my projects that I have. I don't think it's here. I think it's my 4.0. I'll show you that one. Yes. So this is my 4.5, my Hello Kitty. Then I'll have some more Hello Kitty ones too. But this is my 4.5. But yeah, I really like this. And it's the silicone, so it's really, really comfortable in the hand. And then this one has the blocked piece too, so you can rest your thumb on there and your forefinger on the other side. So it's really, really comfortable. But yeah, I really enjoy working with these. And they don't come loose. They stay in place. But like I said, if you need to move it, you can. You probably have to take a pair of pliers to twist it, maybe. It depends. They're tighter. The bigger the size, the tighter they are. I do not have a 5.5 yet. I'm going to have to get my drill out to do those. But we shall see. Well, thank you. Yeah, if you're interested, email me. That's what everybody's been doing. Email me, young40mom@gmail.com. You'll be able to find that just about anywhere. And then we can work through the arrangements and everything on the shipping and the purchasing and all that. I just charge a $5 flat shipping fee, regardless, no matter how many you get. If you decide to get more than one. I think I have some more elephants coming. I have some flowers that I'm going to make. I have, let's see, flowers. I want to say I have some sloths coming that I'm going to do. And, oh, I have some for October. I have some of those, what do you call it? Pink ribbons. I've got some pink ribbons. Yes. Yeah, and it should be in all the description box too. My email, my mailing address, my because I finally got a PO box. After 11 years, I finally got a PO box. Yeah, you'll be able to find me everywhere actually. You Google Young 40 Mom and I pop up everywhere. I've been established for quite a while. It'll probably bring up my Etsy shop too, but like I said, they're not in my shop yet. My beaded bookmarks are, but those are not silicone beads. Those are actual beads, like glass and gemstones and metals and things. But yeah, the elephant, yeah, that was the elephant was a 5.0, I want to say. I'll have to, you'll have to play this back. I'll have to go back and see. But I think I've got some more different elephants that are coming soon. All right, am I still on 11? Or did I start a new row? I think I did. You love elephants. I made one. The email address isn't in your homepage description. Oh, okay. I'm surprised. It's on all my videos, in the description on all my videos. It's just young40mom@gmail.com. Actually, if you go get in on the giveaway, I think it's in the giveaway. Or giveaway winners, I always put it up at the top and put the email there. Thank you for the like. I put it up there. It's usually in most of my videos, and it's also in the description of all my my videos that I make. I try to put it in all of them, and now I'm trying to put my PO box in there now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that's 11, so I'm on 12. Row 12, okay. Wow, you late nighters. Okay. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wind it down. I'm starting to get sleepy. My medication's kicking in, and I've got to go potty. And I don't think you need to go with me. My cats will go with me. In fact, there will be 2 or 3 in there when I get in there. They all stayed in here. They didn't go with me. I was surprised. They all stayed where they were at. Let's see. She's stirring. And that one usually will go with me because he thinks he's going to miss out on some kind of food if I go in the kitchen. And then she usually follows too. And then he is up her butt all the time. So he usually follows suit. She doesn't move anywhere. She will probably, if I move or go to the bathroom, if she doesn't go with me, she'll come up and she'll sleep up here. Okay, thank you. I will see about that. I have not changed and looked at that in a long time. In fact, if you go to my page, my YouTube channel page, that video where it looks like I've got all these gems and makeup on, that's actually a TikTok video, one of my first TikTok videos I ever did. I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago. I think 2020. Yeah, so it was about 5 years ago, and, I made it on my TikTok, and I put it on my on my the beginning of my YouTube channel. I'll have to go put it in my description. Well, hello, Philippines. You came on right as I'm coming off. I've been on for 2.5 hours, and I have to go to the bathroom, and I don't wanna take y'all with me, but I will be back soon. Just be looking for I'm gonna try to post up whenever I get a chance to let you guys know ahead of time, but otherwise, just check randomly for lives on my channel anywhere from 11 to 12 o'clock at night. I'll be coming on just randomly. Oh, I got those was it Dollar Tree? Yeah, it's great, and then I just took a Sharpie and put what sizes I had in there. If it wasn't Dollar Tree, it was I think Michael's carries some. Yeah, just look in the school supplies at the Dollar Tree if you guys have one, and that's where I got them. I'm pretty sure that's where I got them. Yeah, they've been great because I had gotten to where I had so many needles now that I just separated them. Like, one of them is 3.5 and 3. One of them is 4 and 4.5. One of them is 6 and 6.5, and then I've got just those 3, and then I've got another container, I can't get to it right now, a glass container that's got everything that's under a 3.0 and over a 6.5 I've got in there. Okay, guys, I'm gonna explode. I gotta go. I love you. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I hope I see you all soon. I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the likes, spending time with me, and I will see y'all real soon.